We start with the foremost question. What is our particular responsibility as a tribal early childhood program, as an Ojibwe program, with the understanding, of course, that we house our community's most precious resource. We house our babies, our children, our future. What then are our primary responsibilities to our community, to our ancestors, and to our future generations in light of the fact that these babies, these children, are with us for the majority of their day? How do we satisfy our obligation to our children and families as Anishinaabe? It's not a small question. It's not a small obligation. We know, for instance, that when our Anishinaabe children have educational experiences that are embedded in our cultural understandings, in our language, when our children have strong identities, they do better in the long run. The National Head Start Association believes that every child, regardless of circumstance at birth, has the ability to succeed in life. They follow a whole child, whole family model. Here at the Leech Lake Early Childhood Development Program, we have taken that model and we have expanded it further by nourishing our children in culture and language, as well as looking at our community as part of the whole family. In our program, we recognize that we have to start where we are. It's a continual assessment of what we are doing well and how we can improve.
With our Farm to Early Care initiative, we took an approach that honors our obligations to culture and to community. We invited knowledgeable community members to help shape our initiative based on their understandings of food and harvesting teachings, bringing in those who want to be involved on all levels of the initiative through education, demonstration, and program development. This initiative has influenced the incorporation of cultural foods in our menu and is not only shifting the way that our food service team looks, views, and serves food, but also how our children are receiving it in the classrooms. Our teachers are helping build a respectful relationship with our food and form a greater understanding of where our food comes from and how it helps our bodies. We are looking at pieces that can be woven into the classroom to develop our children and our families, but also pieces that support and enrich our teachers as well. The beauty about that is we can easily support our classrooms with knowledge that our community holds, connecting teachers and community to enrich education and impact lives. This has also opened doors for our families for whom intergenerational knowledge transfer has been interrupted and helps reestablish those connections and teachings. Not only has this project come to help develop and educate our students, but it's helping inform and develop our teachers, staff, cooks, and families in a way that we have been striving to do. By starting with community and building our food program around their knowledge, what started as just a food movement with our Farm to Early Care initiative has helped propel and support our language and cultural revitalization programming. We identified ways to build a curriculum that is based on cultural understanding with our relationship to food and weaves Ojibwe language throughout, providing teachers the tools as well. But we haven't stopped there. Beginning with community has allowed for other ideas to grow from this initiative, ones that we have had but have never gotten the momentum needed to succeed.
As we move forward with our Foods initiative, it became apparent that establishing an outdoor learning demonstration space and a trail is key to success. We have a greenhouse and gardens that have been utilized for a couple of years now, but we noticed that many of our children believe that the woods were scary. We want them to be comfortable walking among the tall pines, in between berry bushes and amongst the tall prairie grass, or on snowshoes atop freshly fallen snow. Building an outdoor space with a trail has created an opportunity for our children to gain experience in natural spaces. It's just a first step. As Anishinaabe, our diet comes from food foraged, hunted, and processed in the woods. Developing a demonstration space in order to allow these activities to happen and to happen successfully and safely is important in the development of these connections and respect with not only our food, but with the outdoors. We're hoping to change the minds of our young and create a generation of more environmentally conscious adults. Just experiencing it in a way that is comfortable and healthy is one of the very first steps. Through our Farm to Early Care initiative, along with our outdoor learning demonstration space, we are innovating to connect our children and families with our practices and foods that have been passed down through generations of Anishinaabe. Beyond outdoor learning, we have found intersections between our Indigenous Foods initiative and our efforts to bring culture into our classrooms with traditional teachings and trainings for teaching staff and families. While we know that culture and language are key to our children's success, through no fault of their own, our teachers don't always have the knowledge they need to help guide our children. We're identifying knowledgeable community members who are willing to demonstrate their skills and share their knowledge with our classrooms and families. We've also incorporated cultural understandings for staff development training and family nights by creating opportunities for our teachers and families to learn and feel confident in their understanding. We create a stronger program overall. Our Ojibwe language program is growing as well. Each new initiative is deliberately identifying how they will incorporate Ojibwe in meaningful ways. This builds Ojibwe throughout our program areas.
All these initiatives have helped create exciting and wholesome community growth, such as the events we have held like the Nunda Gikendun, which brought families and community members together to celebrate these accomplishments. Teachers and cooks volunteered to be part of this event, choosing activities that resonate with them and highlight the initiative we have been working towards. The evening was full of art activities, cooking activities, and other demonstrations. During the event, program staff provided tours of the wooded trail space in their pilot outdoor learning environment, Miigwech. All the activities were also complemented by 5 local indigenous artists, showcasing their individual talents. Artists of all levels and skill sets came in, making connections with teachings and art, taking their time to craft these beautiful individual and group projects with our families, and showcasing their own art and knowledge. Our Nunda Gikendun event was filled with celebration, curiosity, and growth between families, teachers, and community members who wanted to be there. And that is truly what demonstrates the successes of every day. Without having community intact, all these other things mean nothing. We are just a bunch of bubbles of people never communicating with each other.
It is our hope that we can help our children build a lifetime of healthy habits by connecting them to our language, the woods, our indigenous foods, our harvesting activities, as well as to our community. Our expectation is that through this deliberate incorporation of culture and language, we address our obligation to our community by helping to build the next generation of knowledgeable community members. Because we all gain our strength through this land, this place, Turtle Island.